Good morning, everybody. It's yours truly, Chicken Nugget King 313. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm at 386 subscribers. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and even leave your thoughts down below in the comment section as we go. Yesterday, we lost a sports talk legend that goes by the name of Pat Caputo. Passed away at the age of 67, which is fairly young. Um, this city is so inspired by a great legend that we all love. And, those who were colleagues of him learned so much along the way aside him. And, even with him in their time at 97 won the ticket, when you look at his accolades, they are, monumental and something that people that want to get in this genre would like to feat, if that makes sense to any of you. And Pat Caputo's, accolades, we could definitely go through it. He was an on-air host at 97 Won the Ticket, WXYT-FM, 37-year columnist, the Oakland Press, Caputo's Corner host. And by the way, he was on Sportsworks on Fox 2, top sports columnist in Michigan AP and MPA, member of the Detroit chapter of Society of Professional Journalists. He wasn't just a voice. He was Detroit, especially knowing these teams from front to back: Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, and even the Detroit Lions. His sports knowledge was something that made his IQ go over 1,000. And, he's going to be a guy that's going to be talked about for a very, very, very long time and remembered around the Metro Detroit area for a very, very long time. And, I put him up there with Bernie Smilovitz. I put him up there with guys like Don Shane. I put him up there with guys like Ernie Harwell, great baseball legend in the city. I definitely put him up there with guys like Stuart Scott, Scott Van Pelt, um, guys like Rich Eisen, guys that are really journalists and, great writers and great interviewers who want to get to know these players and ask the right questions to these players. So that way these athletes would not feel offended by any of these journalist topics or the wrong questions that they ask, because we want to ask the right questions and get to know how they're feeling on a day-to-day basis about the next game and the next game after that. So, prayers go out to Pat Caputo's family, his friends, his fans, and, guys who worked beside him as colleagues. And a lot of people don't understand that being in the sports world, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's very hard. And if you don't believe me, ask Michael Wilbon, who was on First Take, which I gladly watch day after day on ESPN when I wake up in the morning. And that's what I aspire to want to be. I want to be on ESPN. I want to be on NFL Network. I want to be on, NBA TV. I want to get to know Frank Isola. I want to get to know Rick Kamala. I want to get to know all these guys and understand their story and what it's like to be a part of this type of genre. Because in this genre, we're all friends. We all believe in each other. We got to support one another, especially in the Metro Detroit area, whether if it's Everything King, whether if it's Woodward Sports Network, whether if it's guys like Detroit Den 313, or guys like Dosa Dion, who I proudly call a great friend of mine. Shout out to you, Dos Dion. And even Lions Nation Network, Lions Unite, Lions Nation Unite. For those that don't know, sorry for the blooper. For those that don't know, that is a great platform too that talks about the Detroit Lions as well. But the honor in this is to stay stagnant, keep working hard, and keep his memory alive, because that's what he would want all of us to do in this year, is to keep pushing, keep striving, and keep bringing the right stories and keep having our opinions on all certain teams, whether if it's right or wrong, at a high level. So, yeah, definitely. He was a voice in Detroit, and he will always be a Detroiter, and he'll be dearly missed. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm Chicken Nugget King 313, sitting at 386 subscribers. As you know, hit that notification for your boy CNK 313. Make sure you get back at me at CNK 313 Sports, and hit my Gmail, CNK 20piece at gmail.com, or hit me up at Instagram at Chicken Nugget King 313. That is the platforms. And big win the other day for the Detroit Pistons. They're up 2-0 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And Miz, that was totally awesome of what Cade Cunningham did to you folks. And the rest of these Pistons, they played great as a team, as a nucleus, and he didn't waver. I mean, there was some times where the Cavs, came out and, played up to par and wanted to put you know, a great show. Donovan Mitchell did good, but the rest of those guys out there, they just looked lost. But we had to, play great and, have a great tempo and have a great energy in this game. Very close, but at the end of the day, the good guys in the red, white, and blue actually won. So that's a good feeling to be up 2-0, but the job's not done. So, like I said, give me your thoughts on last night's game 2 of the semifinals in the Eastern Conference, and give me your thoughts on the one and only Pat Caputo down below in the comment section. Chicken Nugget King, out. And oh, one last thing. Hit my theme music.
Yeah. D-Town. CNK. What up, though? Pull up to the lot in a Stafford cap. Wing sauce stains on the throwback strap. Spartan in my heart, tiger on my sleeve. Pistons in my pulse when I breathe, Talking that trash on a Monday morning. Snow on the porch, but the takes run warm. Mic in my hand, I'm a Midwest king. Crown made of crumbs from the box I bring. I'm the chicken nugget king of Detroit sports talk. Dunk it in the sauce when I call that shot. From the couch to the call, everybody gon' sing. Bow when you hear that ring. Nugget king, chicken nugget king of Detroit sports talk. Every hot take come with a crispy drop. From the rink to the field, I'ma rain all spring. Bow when you hear that ring. Nugget king. Lions on the screen, I'm a couch side coach. Calling out plays with a full mouth boast. Grease on my fingers, stats in my brain. Give me one more tray, we can run that game. Red Wings red, got the jersey faded. Old school clips when the fights got rated. I'll bet you a box on a rivalry win. You can taste that dub when the squad skates in. Oh, yeah. I'm the chicken nugget king of Detroit sports talk. Dunk it in the sauce when I call that shot. From the couch to the call, everybody gon' sing. Wow, when you hear that ring. Nugget king, I'm the chicken nugget king of Detroit sports talk. Every hot take 'em with a crispy drop. From the rink to the field, I'ma rain all spring. Wow, when you hear that ring. Nugget king. Who need rings when you got these bites? Gold in the box under playoff lights. Turn up the phones, let the whole town cheer. If you hungry for the truth, you can call in here.